There are many lost treasures in history, but only one was said to carry the presence of God. Armies feared it, kings protected it, priests approached it only once a year, and then without a single verse describing its end, it vanished. No ruins, no confirmed relic, no archaeological discovery, just silence. So what really happened to the Ark of the Covenant? And why does its disappearance matter not just to religion, but to history, faith, and how we live today? The Ark of the Covenant was not a metaphor. It was described with technical precision dimensions, materials, and function. According to Exodus 25, it was built from acacia wood, overlaid inside and out with pure gold. Its lid, the mercy seat, was believed to be the meeting place between God and humanity. Inside were Israel's most sacred reminders, the law, provision, and authority. In the ancient world, sacred objects often represented divine presence. Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Canaan all had cultic symbols. What made the Ark unique was not its design but its limitation. It could not be touched freely. It could not be owned. Power was never meant to be controlled. The Ark appears consistently across multiple biblical sources: law, history, poetry, and prophets. This multi-source presence matters to historians. It suggests a shared national memory, not a late invention. Archaeology confirms Israel existed as a people by the late Bronze Age. The Merneptah stele, dated to around 1208 BC, mentions Israel by name. While archaeology cannot confirm miracles, it confirms context. And within that context, the Ark fits naturally into ancient Near Eastern worship practices, yet stands apart in meaning. One of the most revealing Ark stories occurs when Israel treats it like a weapon. They carry it into battle against the Philistines, not in obedience, but desperation. The result? Defeat. When the Philistines capture the Ark, their own records mirrored in biblical text describe panic, sickness, and fear. Whether interpreted spiritually or psychologically, the message is consistent. Sacred things lose meaning when reduced to tools. Relatable insight. Human beings still do this with religion, power, influence, even success. The last historical reference to the Ark appears in 2 Chronicles 35-3. During King Josiah's reform, this places the Ark firmly in Jerusalem less than 40 years before Babylon's invasion. In 586 BC, Babylon destroyed the city and the temple. Babylonian records list captured treasures. The Bible lists seized vessels, but the Ark is never mentioned. For historians, this absence is significant. Sacred objects were trophies. Empires displayed them. If Babylon had captured the Ark, history would have recorded it. Some argue the Ark was destroyed. But destruction raises questions. Why destroy an object of gold? Why leave no record? And why do later Jewish texts speak of the Ark as hidden, not lost? The silence strongly suggests intentional removal, not accidental loss. An ancient Jewish text, 2 Maccabees, claims the prophet Jeremiah hid the Ark before Babylon's invasion. This text is not scripture for most traditions, but it is historically valuable. It reflects what Jews believed only a few centuries after the event. According to the text, the Ark would remain hidden until God restored his people. Whether literal or symbolic, the message is clear. Some things are preserved not by power, but by restraint. Ethiopia's claim is one of the oldest living traditions on earth. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church centers its worship around replicas of the Ark, called tabos. Their national epic, the Kebra Nagast, claims the Ark was brought to Axum. Scholars agree on 3 facts. Ethiopian Christianity is ancient. The tradition is sincerely held. The claim cannot be verified. Faith exists. Evidence does not. Rabbinic writings mention underground chambers beneath the temple. Archaeologically, this is plausible. Politically, it is impossible to investigate. The Ark, if hidden there, remains beyond human reach. Perhaps appropriately, when the Second Temple was built, something shocking happened. The Ark was gone. Yet worship continued. The Holy of Holies stood empty, and still, faith survived. This marked a turning point. God's presence was no longer tied to an object. Covenant replaced container, meaning replaced monument. The Ark of the Covenant was never meant to be rediscovered. It was meant to teach that power without obedience collapses, that symbols without purpose fade, and that the divine was never confined to gold, wood, or buildings. The Ark disappeared not to be found, but to remind humanity where real presence truly lives, not in objects, but in how we live. If this documentary challenged or inspired you, like, subscribe, and share, because history doesn't just explain the past, it prepares us for the future.